One. We are live. Yes, we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. We have this beautiful, beautiful young lady. Her name is Ella Coach, and she's going to explain everything that she does. I want to know everything about you. Elevate, the floor is yours. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you, Monica, for having me so much. Is the connection good? Because you were breaking up a little bit at the beginning. I don't know. Can you hear me all right, everybody? If you don't, please
Yes,
send it in the chat box,
and
whoever's
this is the
watching.
beauty of technology.
So you can hear me,
Yes,
all right? Yes.
I
Okay.
can hear you.
So my name is Ella. I go by Ella Vate. You can find me there on social media. And I'm a Tantra coach for 14 plus years. And I'm an embodiment counselor. And that's like, what does that even mean for many people? It's like something mysterious. And really, it's bringing us back into our awareness in our body. We're very focused externally and more focused on the environment, on the physical plane around us. And we're really not enough focused inside. So there's no healthy balance. And wherever there's not a healthy balance, there's problems. And so by bringing you more into your body, into your breath, into your truth with yourself, something that we already experienced when we were kids before we were conditioned, where we were very truthful about whatever would arise unless we were abused or traumatized. But like by nature, as children in innocence, we were very authentic with everything. I don't like you. I don't like, this is what I want, very straightforward. And then by being conditioned by our family and society and life and fear and all these stressors and having to fit into an expectation by culture, society, and family, we've violated our truth and removed ourselves from ourselves. And we've also been kind of taught, for lack of a better word, to not be safe inside of ourselves, that was not an okay place. It's not a safe place, and that we have to be more focused externally on fulfilling the expectations, fitting into society. And so we've actually, from very young on, betrayed ourselves. And from that sense of and then it becomes more automated, and we start doing more and more of that. And the betrayal becomes a habit. And then these problems start, whether it's dysfunctional patterns we keep on getting caught in, whatever the unique symptom of this behavior is, could also be a disease in the body. All that is this blocked energy, because when we betray ourselves, when we're not in integrity, in our own integrity, in our own truth,
Mm.
our body isn't aligned in an optimal way. The life force energy that makes us alive, that's flowing through us up and down and all alive, becomes discombobulated. And so then these things happen that are not so beautiful, not so aligned, that can then manifest as accidents or conditions or addictions and all these problems that can be overcome. And so with this practice that I offer you methods to land more in your body and more in awareness, to bring that courage into the vulnerability, learning that the vulnerability that shows itself in the truth of the present moment is a safe place to operate from. And that all these betrayals of what's really going on and honoring it through lies or putting a mask over it, or all that, is what creates the problems. And all these problems that we are experiencing externally can be resolved internally through recalibrating ourselves from the inside out. And so that's the work that I do, is I teach people how to get into breath awareness, how to get into a more awake state in the present moment, how to feel safe. And particularly I teach that to people in intimacy, because there's just, first of all, intimacy is, I mean, that's where we're all coming from. Okay, we've all been created in sexuality, and I can't imagine anything more intimate than sexuality. You're completely letting go, and to being in the most intimate, vulnerable state with another human being. And of course, many people don't let go in that intimate sexuality, and already their foundation is completely unstable. And so I take people into those intimate places, and I bring love and a safe setting where, you know, what happens here stays here, where we build trust, and where we slowly, layer after layer, unravel who we really are and what is it I really want. Because we're operating so much on images, you know, it's like drawer after drawer. Oh, this is to my liking. Oh, okay, I have to fit into that drawer. Okay, I have to dress that way, I have to behave that way, I have to use that language. Oh, but that's not me completely. I'm also that. And oh my God, it doesn't really match. And so we're constantly trying to belong.
Adjust to
Yes,
different situations. Yeah,
fit in,
fit
yes.
in.
But the only place we can really ever fit in is with ourselves in the present moment. And so that's what I do.
Wow, it's beautiful. And so the methods that you use are breathing, meditation, visualization. What type of um, I mean, what type of specific
Okay.
methods you use?
So I would say one of the biggest method I pull from is sacred sexuality practices and Tantra. Um, Tantric practices. I work with Qigong. I take lessons. I certainly don't teach it, but been practicing it. I practice yoga, and I do energy work. I'm a Reiki master, but I work also with other energy modalities. I just make my own hodgepodge of like a lifelong of seeking and exploring and getting downloads and learning. And that said, I also trust the internal guidance I receive from spirit. There's something magical that happens in my sessions, because we set the space, we set the intention, and the intention is always for the highest and best for them, for me, and for all. And so it gives you the north, node, right? It gives you the direction to expand into, to open into, and it's all held, grounded in unconditional love. So when you set this set, and you're present for what shows up and meet it, whatever it is, can be anything really. I've met I mean, as different as we all are, you know, as different as our stories are, but the bottom line is that most of us, unfortunately, have not learned to have a healthy intimacy. So um, back to why
If you don't have that, you don't have anything. You
yeah,
cannot build on anything else.
we have to have that first and foremost with ourselves. And so breath awareness brings us there. Meditation allows us to finally relax and let go and be, right? In meditation, we're just observing, we're experiencing, but we're not running around doing things. Ideally, that would be a different meditation, a specific one, but ideally, we get out of the rat race of doingness, which in our culture has been, in my opinion, pervertedly raised onto a pedestal where everything is important. And beingness is also so important, because we cannot be happy if there's no balance. You know, there has to be this balance of being and letting go, and remembering, you know, why am I here? You know, what matters to me? most. And speaking about like something that I really wanted to bring up today is that these last months have been really such a wonderful opportunity for exactly that. I mean, I must say, you know, of all the things, it would really be a shame if we couldn't use it as a stepping stone. And so I feel the whole world got grounded, and you know, it was a time to travel inward, you know, to look at what is, to
Absolutely.
calibrate, whether it's a business plan or it's my breathing or it's our family constellation or whatever it is. And
So you've been helping people through these tough times. I mean, this
yes.
year has been very challenging, and thanks to your practices, Buddhist and tantric practices, you've been able to help many people get back to their own true self. And it's I think it's the beginning of really kind of a new era, because people were like, okay, everybody was moving, and then suddenly can't go anywhere, can't do anything. Can You have to, as you said, we have to stop, look into ourselves, and get improve ourselves on the inside, and be happy, because if you're not happy inside, you cannot make anybody happy.
Yeah, and also learning to navigate the fine line, since we're all energy, and this physical is just like kind of like the tip of the iceberg of who we really are. So we're in spaces together, you know, sometimes we're forced like all of a sudden to spend much more time with our children, you know, the ones that, you know, have to homeschool their kids or with their husband or wife. And so the energies are mingling much more intensely in the same, you know, space than
Yeah,
we're moving out over there and
tell
driving.
me about it. Yes.
And so we're having to deal much more with the energies, and we're all huge. Everybody has an entire ancestry that we're standing on of energy, and our consciousness is so expansive. And to learn to dance harmonious, to bring harmony into it, has so little to do with the egoic mind and the agenda that you know, is like homework or efficiency in job and productivity, and let's get everything organized, let's keep it tidy and everything. But it has so much to do with how we do all those things, and to bring that awareness into the breath, and to see that the interrelation of everything is, I really find so cool, because now we're at home, we can really observe how our state of being is affecting all our family members, you know. And yeah, I mean, I also don't want to just talk to those people that are at home with their families. I also want to talk to those who are actually alone, you know, because there's also so many singles nowadays. And I do see a lot of them that are very, very isolated and haven't touched anybody in months and months. And as we all know, I mean, touch is just one of the most important things for us human beings. It's not actually the food. They've done experiments with babies where they thrive more with less food and more holding than with, you know, a healthy amount of food, but not no holding at all. Then they really deteriorate. So this touch is so important. So how do you do that when you're all on your own?
It's true.
Yeah, you touch yourself. Like it's that dropping into my breath, it's exploring my body, it's I can do meditations where I scan my body from the crown of my head to my feet and go up and down and observe what's coming up, observe my thoughts that are coming up, observe the room, the sounds, you know, just letting go of everything and just being and wonder like we were as children, and allowing the natural alignment that happens without us having to do anything to come through. And this is something I really want to talk about, which is what does Tantra even mean? You know, because for most people, it just means like, oh, is that a sexual enhancement? Or, ooh, that's private and scary, and I don't want to talk about that. That's weird. You know, are you just like trying to find another method to get it off? Or, you know, all these fears that come up with that word. My understanding of it is that really everything is energy, and we're energy. And Tantra brings everything to the heart. So we're meeting everything with love, and it transmutes naturally through the love into the highest state. Everything becomes more beautiful. And then finding our truth, tapping into our own innate intuition and wisdom, and all those things are found in the body. Yes, they can be found by a mentor or a guide outside of us, but we're not even going to receive the wisdom of a mentor or a guide properly if we're not, tapping into it in ourselves. That's why it says, the saying, when the student's ready, the teacher arrives, because this is the time to get ready, to show up in a new normal that's a better normal, that is more heartfelt, that is more open, that is more authentic. And when I speak about love, I'm really talking about a love that starts with a love for oneself, you know? And so meeting all those aspects in us that we judge so harshly, and when we look at them as if they were outside of ourselves, when we point fingers, and learning to go inward and embrace that immature aspect of us that's hurting and acting out. Because like especially like with the political landscape, I'm not going to go into the politics of things, but with the political landscape, there's just a lot of arguing, and it's very competitive. And my ideal, I'm an idealist, is that we all work together. Let's like globally mastermind, right, to
I
create a
know.
better reality. Because we the ones that have kids, it's an alarming point of
Yeah. Now
time.
I forgot to mention this, and you said it, and I didn't. I will write it down after on the post. But you're giving away a free 1 hour consultation, a Zoom call, right? To the first 8 listeners who contact you. So if you hear this, her information, actually her contact information is on the post. At any time when you hear it, just contact the beautiful Elevate. And let's see, I had one more question here. So intimacy and spirituality
Uh-oh,
are linked, correct?
you just broke off. Could you repeat that again,
Oh,
please?
the question is intimacy and spirituality are very closely linked, right?
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of people think spirituality is somewhere out there, I have to like take something to get there, or I have to go meditate in a monastery to get there. But it's right here in this moment. It's it's spirituality, it's spirit, right? It's spirit is everywhere. I practice Buddhism because I love how it is so connected to spirit, and it understands that spirit is in everything, even in a particle of dust, because it's all been created, and creation itself is spiritual. Everything that has been created through creation, right? Through creator. And that energy, we could call it the universal cosmic orgasmic energy of life itself, of being itself, of the exploration of being. And so sexuality is that, right? In our sexuality, we create life. And life is the most sacred. I can't think of anything more sacred than life itself. And so, what we learn in
Unfortunately, this
Tantra,
society, yeah, unfortunately, this society, yeah, it has been hiding all this. If you go to India, I mean, it's in the open. It's right there. You see it, and everybody feels it and agrees with it and accepts it and loves it. And here, everything is, um, I don't know if it's the Western world or religion. The
organized religion.
yeah, it's a big topic. That's another that's another interview. It's another on itself. But I had a question. Oh, so you gave us an example. That was an example before when you were talking of what you actually do of an embodiment practice when you were talking of doing certain things, right? This is how it works. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
So we can do a little practice, and I want to say before we do it that
Yeah, we have 5 minutes. Yeah.
okay, good. So Tantra is the cultivation of our life force energy. And our life force energy is the energy that makes us alive, okay? So we're running, that we're experiencing and being. And our primal energy is our sexual energy. And when it's cultivated, it transmutes into life force energy. And so this practice I'm going to be doing with you is just like a tiny little experience, but it's a learning to cultivate the primal energy and bring it through breath and awareness into the rest of the body and transmute it into prana or life force energy. So I'm going to invite you all to just take a deep breath in. Make an ah sound when you exhale. And then feel the surface you're sitting on. And just allow the breath to flow. And feel everything relaxing, the shoulders, the breath. And if you're not feeling relaxed, observe that and allow that to happen. And now imagine, and I'm going to actually close my eyes for this to drop in deeper. Imagine,
I closed them already.
imagine a golden white light ball entering your perineum. And that is right between your inner thighs in the center. And allow it to enter your body, this golden light, and feel how it's expanding and radiating into the entire pelvic floor. And continue to breathe. And with the inhalation, imagining that the golden light is climbing up the spine, up the tailbone, the sacral area, up the lower back, with great fluidity, as if it's a UFO in space. It's just floating up the spine, all the way up the spine, this beautiful white golden light, through the back of the neck, through the atlas, through the center of the brain, out of the brow, radiating up into the crown of the head, into space. And then feel the ball gently flowing down the front of the body, the face, the throat, the collarbone, the heart, the solar plexus, illuminating everything with golden white light back down into the perineum. And just imagine it going down the legs and all the darkness, all the fears, all the obstacles, all the challenges are being released into the earth through the soles of the feet. And then just drawing that light up again, up the legs, through the perineum, up the spine, up, and just bringing it into the heart center, which is right next to the heart and where the sternum is. And just maybe putting your hands, the left one underneath the right one on the sternum, and just anchoring this golden light into the heart center. And then just relaxing both hands onto the lap, and then bringing the golden light down with you and anchoring it into your lower tantiem, which is the sex center, which is 2 inches below the belly button, and just anchoring and merging this beautiful life force energy with the heart energy. Take another deep breath in and exhale with an ah sound, and then just arrive back in the presence of this beautiful podcast with Monica. Hello. Was I able to keep the
I was already gone. Yeah. I want to schedule. I want to do a train.
You're going to be the first one. Okay.
Yes,
It's my
yes,
pleasure.
yes. We have to
It's
talk.
my pleasure.
And well, it's been amazing, very, very inspirational. And again, you're helping people, and this is why we need to organize these things, because the more people know you, the more people you can change, and improve. It's one person at a time. Improve the planet, because
Right.
the
Exactly the work
and
that we're doing.
energy over.
I love, thank you for saying that, Monica, because that is exactly what we're doing here.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so it's an eternal work to improve our planet for us, for our families, for our tribe, our community, and our entire planet in the future of everything. So this is really, I can't think of anything more sacred and spiritual than this work that we're all doing in all different kinds of ways. And I do want to say, I help people help themselves, and only we can change ourselves. I can't change anybody. I don't want to change anybody. Oh my God, what a disaster that would be. I don't know what their purpose is. I don't know what their gift is. We have to find that out ourselves. And this is the time, people, to not be victims, to be sovereign, to discover who you really are, and to protect that fiercely, because it's so sacred who we really are authentically. Yeah.
Exactly. And you're helping them realize that. So it's the first step. Sometimes people are stuck,
Oh, yeah.
and people like you are,
We need each other.
the angels that can just switch some little thing and make a big difference. So thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again.
Yes,
To maybe
anytime.
next time we come up with new ideas. But I really wanted you. I want everyone to meet you on
Oh,
the planet. So share it with everybody, and this is just the beginning. So thank you everyone, and thank you, Elevate, and I
oh.
hope you elevate many, many more people in the future. Okay.
Yes, blessings. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and see you soon. See you very soon.
Oh,
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here.